Hello, welcome to a playthrough of Age of Wonders 4 DLC, Thrones of Blood, and now let's head into our episode. After your amplifier lens, we want, what is it? The ritual chamber for the spell slot. I will actually rush this. So many estate halls. Alright. You're headed back here. That's fine. End turn. So we're kind of in a... we're circling. I think we'll find, but it's gonna be... We're probably gonna have to fight. Yeah, well, they don't exist anymore, do they? Yeah, so you lost 5, so this is gonna skyrocket. 9 quarries. 2 farms. Great. Let's grab this. 3 mana nodes. Because this counts as a mana node. I will now burn this to the ground. Although it's gonna... hold on. Mark all is seen. Great. I will grab that so our heroes level faster. 17 turns. We'll be around for 17 turns. So we can grab that. You cleared that. Great. Now you're in Sunless. Yeah. Why does it say... You're on a mana node. Interesting. I'm actually going to convert you to a forester for now. And we're going to replace you with a teleporter. That'll give us research. What buildings do you have built? Tavern, Estate Hall, Overlord's Temple. Oh. They got that too? I thought they got one for gold. I bet it converted when I switched over to the... Oh. Great. 75 gold. New city can be integrated. New skill. We grab that. Earth Shatter. Rise. There we go. Yeah, we definitely want to shatter this. And then I don't... Yeah, it doesn't count. And then delete it. You're coming to here to dig. You're waiting on... Melee. Range. So you need either a Scald, or now that we're making 146. We need a Death Guard, grab you just to backfill. And can grab one more. You know what? I will grab that. For now. And then these two. Yeah. I think I have one. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. Let's see. So what do we got? 1,100, 1,800, 1,800, 1,900. So 6,000 versus... It'll be close. I think... Another ritual list. Okay. Undead Resentment. Down to 38. I am gonna cast this. Now we're at -11. And we're also gonna queue up. Can we get another one? 3 a turn. So I can offset that a little. Oh, that's a summon. Okay. Leyline focus. Alright. So, oh, I didn't see this. Yeah, so like this stack we can handle. I think he wants the Haunted Halls. I'm gonna pull back. To friendly territory. And we'll see where he goes. Just because in my territory I should get some advantages. I'll go ahead and rush that. And you guys can threaten this area. We'll see how this plays out. Save game. Bookmark 2. You're good, you're good, you're good. Nothing there, nothing there. So I am worried about these. I'm hoping, yeah, that we can spread them out maybe enough that we can take advantage. Alright, so they've pulled back to defend this. I think. Yeah. So they can defend one or the other, but not both. And now I want the Crimson Court. Scry enemy isn't bad, actually. I will lock that. Yeah, no. I'll lock that and grab the Crimson Court. Leyline Focus is ready to go. We'll go ahead. Great. 60 and 40. Can enchant that. And now we will queue up Focus Aim, which I believe is just mana. Yep, we can afford that. Continue. Ruler leveled up. Great, level 15. So we turn her into an AoE, or we inflict status vulnerability. I think we do that, because that gets us to amplified magic and empowered invocations. We do cause burning from our spells, but it's not a huge bonus, right? If all of our units cause burning, right, potentially you spread the burning around, there's 20 people on the map. Oh, now she's doing double damage. But we don't really cause burning. But the status vulnerability... Actually, let's grab this and call that good. Oh, tier 2 head. 3 defense plus 20% accuracy. We will switch that out for you, then. So now she is going to hit. We can create a bounty. Get Death Guard and Death Guard. So you've got 2, so you've got 1 there. 1 there, so you need ranged. You're going in there. Let's you up. Let's see, hold on. Painbringer, Painbringer, Painbringer. Painbringer. How much is the 38? We can afford one more Druid of the Cycle. But we'll go ahead and slap that down. And then after that... Oh, you don't have a central quarry. I wanted quarries here. Theoretically. It doesn't look like we're going to get, but that at least gives me a bonus of some sort. Alright, you're coming to here to dig that out. And then we'll do a lot of digging up here. So they've pulled back. You're going there. Not in... Whoa! That is a huge range. Never mind. Why is that range so big? Alright, so you can't make it. You can still score a kill. You can't. And you're spread out. Which makes me... So you can get to here. We're gonna put you here. And see if we can force him to split. Right? And turn. Nothing Imperium here. Looking for that there. 3 cities. Cooperation. Yeah. Oh, I guess I can. You go there. Oh, that's neat. You go there. And you go there. And... Oh, no! Wait, what? Oh, he took it over for himself. Because he lost a city. Interesting. Okay. You need another melee unit. And you need another cultist. As is, I think you can start heading in this direction. And turn. Alright, so what did he do with his armies? Alright, so we've got one here. And a bunch over here. That puts them out of range. Meaning we can kind of threaten this area again. And you guys can deal with him. Great. Yeah. All we have left to dig is this section here. So you will head, as weird as it sounds, all the way back here. We've got a ritual chamber. Now we can do more than one. We'll grab the estate hall, the stash, the towers, and the stone walls. Thank you for the gold boost. Oh, Matt can do another one. Yeah, so we're starting to need gold. What do you count as? Research. And grab the one underground. Grab this gold mine. 8 turns. You're building. That's fine. Rimrise can annex. Right, and we wanted to do like a little research thing out here. But, alright, and you wanted forestry. Alright, yeah, so this is technically out of range. Right? Yeah. So we can't get this. So in order to get this, I'm gonna have to place an outpost there. So if we backtrack... Yeah, nowhere to get gold So we can do a little research thing in here. Because the Basilica of Lamentation. We can grab that hut. The teleporter's not going anywhere. Oh, you got 2. A farm there. Doesn't matter. I didn't realize you had 2. You got another one? No. So what we can do is... This is... Alright, we could do... a mausoleum here. We could do a Merchant's Guild. This has enough gold mines to make it worthwhile. The problem is it's not getting any more. So I'm hesitant to do that. Whereas a Workers' Guild, we can slap down more quarries. And every quarry turns into gold. Right? More importantly, and then a necropolis here. Once that's built. So let's do this. We'll also queue up the Workers Guild, and we'll swap them. Go ahead and hurry that. Right. So we can even move the teleporter over one and convert this to research. I'm okay with that. No quarry there. No quarry there. That sucks. Alright, yeah. So we're gonna want to find... Yeah, quarry there. Nothing there. Quarry there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Like, we can just build more quarries. Yeah, so we'll get more quarries in this area. Alright. Okay, you're headed in this direction. You're coming to help. You got true sight. I guess it doesn't... I mean, we want a Carnival of Flesh, because it's got way too many quarries. But I'm not sure... Oh yeah, that's a hut. That's a hut. 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 Farm there. Farm there. But this is going to have to be a forester. And that's going to have to be a forester. Only a quarry there. Right? Oh, farm there. So it's got... It's messy. Let me put it that way. That's at least a mine. That's a quarry. We could potentially make this... Oh, hold on. Does it have a guild? Workers Guild. That's fine. That's why it's so high. And if we're not using it, it's making more gold. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so, like, the central quarry... That's 2. But this will be a quarry. So I think there for now is fine. We got the teleporter. The mausoleum, the necropolis we'll have to hold off on. Let me go ahead and crawl effigy launch just to slow this down. You're waiting. Oh, no. We're picking a fight here. Alright, so let's pick this fight. And we're at bookmark 1. And yes, I know, I tend to play cautiously. There. You go there. Is there anything we want to give you? Oh, Spider Hatchling Bell, go for it. I could shred that. I'm not sure I can make anything better. That's fine. Trigger this. Great, didn't lose anything. Souls, gold. What? See, look, now we paid for the souls this turn. Gold and research. Great. Padded armor. Just gonna shred that. pull back 1, stop. You know what I will do? Outpost.
Ooh.
Nope, you can't pull back. Hero leveled up. Tier 8. This is our ranger. You know what? I will reset his skills. Alright, so I think sniper shot. Crit, boom, boom, boom. Grab this. Confirm. And now we do want, because we now we are hungry for soul. So we do want soulbound, and we do want adept of shadow or unholy leader. Confirm both. That still leaves us 1. I think we hold off on fatal strikes. This is nice. Getting down to here is more important. So sniper shot. Interesting. Swarm Hunter into Thorn Shot into Kill Shot. Or Strengthened and Regen. I feel like this, in this particular game, the Swarm Hunter, Thorn Shot, Kill Shot is a better go. Confirm. Close. Rula leveled up. 16. Great. Let's see what we can do. Whoa! What's this? Why can't I... Oh, I need Festering Spine. Okay. Aura of Torment needs Tormenting Mist, needs Blood Blight, needs Exsanguinate, needs Blood Communion. Huh. So what do I have access to right now? Supernatural Speed. Triggers, teleports, usable every other turn. This unit and all turned vampires under it have very fast movement when not mounted. What is this? This is just fast. So it improves vampiric flight, essentially. If the elder vampire has profane body mastery, it gains a crit hit chance when mounted. Oh! That kind of negates this, because now you want to be mounted, right? Interesting. And then we'll unlock Phase Lock, which is a stun, and Controlled Chaos. Which adjacent enemies have a plus 30% fumble chance. Adjacent allies have a crit hit chance. So theoretically, anyone who starts near me would, like, if we're grouped up and we're all bloodbound ogres, we start at 50%. And then it goes up. That is actually very powerful. Like, this is nice. We're not going to make use of this. Controlled Chaos is very powerful. Closebound Noble. Okay, unlocks at the start of combat, Conjure a Rose Knight. Very powerful. Cities gain the ability to draft Rose Knights, and we've seen how powerful Rose Knights can be. Tier 4. A Tier 4 undead shock unit that does not use Imperium. Oh. Huh. Very powerful. Unlocks Ancient One. More hit points, more damage, or Exhume Undead. Target an empty hex. Summon 3 random undead tier 3 units. And enemies. So this is like surprise army in your backline. Okay. I'm leaning towards the Rosebound Noble. I'm just not sure if I want Ancient One or the Exhume Undead. Because combine that with Grave March. Boom. Between the two of them, I have a backup army. Oh my god. Sorry, Rosebound Noble. It does not say once per fight. Combine, oh my god, combine this with the Ranger, and theoretically, you could cast this. Right? Oh no, it can only be used once per battle. I don't know if that, I don't know what takes, I've never experimented with that, I'm gonna be honest. If the Ranger's ability that triggers refreshes on cooldown abilities overrides can only be used once per battle. I'm leaning towards the Rosebound Noble, Curse of Undeath. Cast it, takes, I believe that symbol means takes a action point. Causes soulbound until end of combat, a bunch of stuff. We still get Exhume Undead and Eternal. Okay. Cast this. They get soulbound, so they start taking frost damage, and we get a ton. Okay. Elite March. Grave March now conjures the bodies of Tier 3 and Tier 4 undead units. Excuse me? So this goes from Tier 1 to Tier 3 and Tier 4. Okay. And Exhume Undead. A random Tier 3 undead. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, for some reason I was reading this as 5 Tier 3 units. This is a Tier 3 unit. Gotcha. Okay. When this hero unit is killed, well, after 2 turns, well, it's not bad. And reduces it to once every 4 turns. I'm going to put out a proposition. Grave March, combined with Elite March, combined with Ranger to refresh cooldowns on kill. Is incredibly powerful. I still kind of want the Rosebound Noble. I wish it showed me what the upkeep was going to be for. Because of the units, I would rather have a Undead Rose Knight in my army instead of the Tier 3 hit a unit, personally. What do we not have access to? So we don't have access to Parasitic Communion. We need Blood Communion. But if I could get this, Blood Communion now has inflicting blood for 3 turns, just as a caster in the target. And we'll get summon a Spider Matriarch. Or whenever a friendly spell is cast, gain hit points and a bunch of stuff. That's not bad. Violent Insignation now does its stuff. Alright, and the same thing. Summon Spider Matriarch, Arcane Surge. Spider Matriarch, Ignorant Bloodlight now spreads to 4 enemy units within 3 hexes. Which isn't bad, right? Every 3 turns, boom. Guarantee Blood Parasite on up to 4 enemies. Okay. Or Torment, which is Phase Lock and Controlled Chaos again. That's more for a melee guy. And Mass Spine, which is conjure a Dread Matriarch. Okay. I kind of like that. Like, the Dread one's nice. I think the Dread one, let's see. At 95 melee strike, spawn hatchling versus 95 spawn hatchling melee strike. But the vampire spider automatically gets lifesteal. Oh, I think the Dread Spirit automatically gets poisoned. But we're fighting undead, which are immune to poison and disease. Like, against a mortal army, decently powerful. Against an undead army, kind of neutered. Either Elite March or Rosebound Noble. So we could summon... We could build Rosebound Nobles. You know what? No, I'm not going to take Rosebound Noble. I'm going to take Elite March, and here is why. I'm going to take Elite March, select, and either Exhume Undead, summon a random tier 3 undead unit, lasts for 2 turns, and adjacent enemies suffer Soulbound and Remorse, or Eternal One. What? Do I want another point in here instead? I still want this. But would it be better? I'm still going to take Elite March to grab this instead and hurry up to Empowered Evocate. I think it would be. And go up to Empowered Evocations and then see how I feel after that. Does that make sense? So the reason why I'm not taking the Summon Rosebound Noble is because at some point... Where is it? What the hell? Ah. We will build an outpost and take this for ourselves. Right? And I'm going to want to teleport our outpost somewhere in here, I think. And this will allow us to add the Rose Knight to the Rally of Lieges, which is fine. I don't mind getting it through Rally of Lieges. Anyway. Honestly, that's not a bad idea, right? Because then we can give it +2 rank. It's a shock unit. We can give it this. That, not so much. Well, we're not going to be here another 30 turns. But theoretically, with House of Levies, it would cost half as much gold to rally. So it's not bad. I don't think anything else gives Bloodthorn. Bloodthroat, add Shrieking Bat to the Rally of Lieges. Okay. Remains have been collected. Great. You've made... Oh god, let's take a look at my armies. What are you? A blood cultist. And a backup army. This one. Oh, or... Hold on. Didn't we have... Oh, here we go. Oh, you needed 2. Alright. This one. So we did this fight. No one... Yeah, they're not within range. Did I grab Scry? I'm researching Scry. I think I locked Scry. Okay. Yeah, so I want you to picture this. Pureblood Vampire Ranger. Right? You could potentially... Not our Crusader, the Arrow. Right? cast the march, kill a unit, cast the march, kill another enemy unit, cast the march again, kill. And just, as long as you're killing enemy units, boom, 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 boom. Right. When I attempt, because I'm going to be doing this on my own time, when I attempt that Prophecies First Archon story map again, I am going to make a pure blood, I don't know what culture, a pure blood vampire ranger with kill shot and sniper shot. Right. That is, it is an edge case, right? You're not going to get that every time. Do I need... No, I don't think I need that. I will grab this. Oh! Well, we'll hold off on that. You're done. In range, not in range, not in range, in range. I think he's worried about this falling. So he's rushing in that direction, and I think this is a priority. So what we're gonna do, hold on, is skirt around this way and get a little cheeky and see if we can snipe this and vassalize it. Yes, he is going after these guys. Beautiful. So, they might kill each other. This is going to be auto-calculated. We'll see how this goes. He got his ass handed to him. Ooh. Okay. So that's the Crimson Court. Come beneath the shadow, listen to us. So either leave the jar in my crypt. Dark magic was our crime, eternal prison. Oh, how we dark. Free the spirits, which is a ton of stability, but we lose mana. Lose mana, gain souls. Leave the jar in our crypt. Sealed jar of unknown origin. I'm gonna grab the souls. I've got plenty of mana to give me a buffer to run what we're running. Great. New tome, library, shadow, by tier. Has to be transformation for desiccate structure. So we can get this in the positive. So we'll select that. That is the priority.
Once you have felt the power of necromancy,
can't do Fatigue Legion. Fetid Legion, so I don't care. That's not bad. I will grab Scry Enemy. Crimson Court. World map. Great. Building that as soon as we can. Outpost founded. Right. I know why. Work camp. Teleporter. So now that he's been taken out. So what we can do is rush in this direction. We're drawn to the Astral Void. There's the hall. That's great. Let me go ahead and... not at 462. Alright, and now you guys can actually run... oh, not you. Yeah, so you get this. You're going to there. Can we trigger it? We can. We'll start the siege. Add seed projects. Oh! During combat, whenever we cast a combat spell, after combat, strike a random enemy unit. Interesting. Huh. They changed that. It used to be a replacement for Tower Bombardment. But we're gonna do that. We need to undermine the walls, burn the battlements. Gain 10 morale. Defending units are inflicted with bleeding 2 for 3 turns. So that'll do a little damage. I don't have the onagers. Well, let me do that. You're headed in this direction. You need a melee unit, but you're headed in that direction to help with this guy. Yep, you're headed up here. You are actually headed really in this direction. Production. Fine. 189 to get Bloodthroat. That's a forest. We have 3 forests. We kind of need farm, so that can be a farm. Although I guess everything's boosted, so it doesn't matter. So we're just gonna go gold. You have absolutely quarry. I'll farm there. Awesome. No growth. This poor city got hosed. I want to build it, but there's nothing to really build. Like, our Carnival of Flesh could work, right? Farm there. Alright, so you have to be a forester. You could be a forester. You can't be. You have to be a forester. And you're a farm. So we could do farm, farm, farm to get at least 3 farms together. And then this is a blocking off one. I don't know if we grab it. Let me do this then. I will spend the Imperial. Oh, right. It's not enough of it. 2 is not enough to justify it. Alright. End turn. Impossibly. Impossible. And done. Great. Descry enemy. Seismic shot. No, don't care about this. Show tome library. So, oh, sorry, my tomes. So now we kind of have to dig for desecrate structure. So research. Unholy Champion's not a bad one, but we need that desecrate. There it is. We'll go ahead and grab that and let it tick. We've got the estate hall. Services. let me do this. Okay. You are headed for one of these armies. You are headed in this general direction.
Ooh.
You got... Yeah, look. Alright, hold on. Right. To here. And we can blitz this down. He'll have time to build an army. I'm not worried about that. There we go. Right, you're headed to there. Take a rest. You're getting the druid. Right. Stop. 165. We can't afford another druid. So we could convert a Scald into a druid, essentially. It's not a bad idea. So let me queue up a druid and end the turn. Whoa, what was that? Great, got some gold, appreciated. Oh, he must have returned. Yeah, 1,500. He's not gonna come out. Yeah, ideally... Right, you count as the druid. So you need a druid, theoretically. So what we will do is make him... Wait a turn. You're going into that army. Great, that army is set. What do you need? You need 2 melee. And a mortician. And then we'll pull you back. You're headed, oddly enough, in this direction. And I will build one more druid. You're gonna... Okay, hold on. Let's think about this. If we put this here... Teleporter here, I guess? We still get the blood glass. So let's do that. So... I mean, he needs a druid too. Right. Why can I not build an outpost? Really? Okay, well, then we're going here first. Take that out. Estate Hall into Mint is fine. Into Arcane Institute. You've got, again, has to... Well, hold on. Right, but like I said, I want to do quarries. Might get another Mint. But... quarries convert to gold, whereas gold is just gold. We'll queue that up. Let that sit. You've got the work camp. I'll go ahead and slap the teleporter here. So now we have quick access here. You're sieging that down. Alright. I think everyone else is good to go. Nothing Imperium-wise, nothing I want to build. We'll do one more turn, and then we'll call it for the day. Because that should start the siege. So we've got a Workers Guild in Grimrise. Great. This is done. You're boned. I'm not even gonna fight this. Auto combat, we should be fine. I'm not sure how it did that much damage, but sure. And we will vassalize. Area excavated. Now this one. That. I mean, the mana boost is not needed, but it's nice. Great. Don't care. Leveled up. Oh. Oh, no. So what is this? Gonna turn... yeah. Lose morale versus hit points and defense. Do we have Terrifying Aura from anything else? We have Intimidating Aura. And Terrifying Aura. Alright, we're gonna convert this. So we should still have Intimidating Aura, right? Yes. So the difference is Terrifying Aura, they will lose morale. Intimidating Aura, there's just a chance to lose morale. A Major Ambition. Hey! Which means all units in his army, all melee units, get +1 defense. Ooh, that's gonna be useful. So yeah, we definitely want her on, like, she's gonna sit here and just farm these two cities, I think, on defense mode. You are now headed in this direction. You are going here. Pals upon yonder hill dawns an awesome yet buildable structure. Hands abandoned, though it still emanates a powerful evil order. But it shall halt. Press on. Build outpost. Okay. Alter stat. Yep. We can squeeze in another turn. You are headed back in this direction, but we can't make any more units. Down you go. So here's a backup army. That's fine. Alma. Where are you headed? Hold on. You count as one. You need one. I'm not sure why you went there. Huh. Okay. So we can start this siege. We have the gold, we have the mana. Let's go ahead and start the siege. 4 turns. So they have Beacon of Val. They have a lot of stuff. So let's add siege projects. So at the very least, tower. Oh, they don't have towers. We don't need tower bombardment. They do have walls. They do have battlements. So let's do Rebels of Blood. Onagers. We don't have a way to get rid of the Caltros. Don't care about making it take 20 physical damage. Combine that with the bleed. That can add up quickly. Let's try harass the defenders. Doesn't mean we'll have to deal with the towers there. But I think we're good. Yep, you're building that. End turn. That wasn't me. I don't... Oh, he can. Alright. No. Work him. We're gonna step you out. And we're gonna wait a turn to move him in. Area excavated. You'll head this way. Outpost founded. That's fine. Pillage. Restoring Storm Stern. A free city can be integrated. Great. Free cities. No new ones. Okay. New skill. Oh, that's not a bad one. It would boost our science. How many turns? 6 turns into that, so we got plenty of time to make 500. So I will grab that. I also want to trigger this to get some new magic materials, right? Spells ready to cast. I guess we don't need the scry enemy anymore, do we? I could do Blood Moon Ritual. We'll hold off on that. Oh, not yet. Mint, Drac Turk, annex yet another province. Maybe I do take this quarry, these quarries then. Because if these are all going to be farms, this is pretty stable. I could grab this, but I don't need to. I want this to be a quarry, but we're not going to get that option. I put these two here. Well, yeah, because he can expand out in this direction. Theoretically, he does have more room to expand onto here, if we ever get that far. You know what? I am going to grab this quarry. Let me Earth Shatter. I'm just going to start Earth Shattering things. And deleting them. Got a mint, and then the walls. Okay. And then after that, because we can do a lot with quarries out here, right? There's a quarry, there's a quarry, there's a quarry. There's a gold mine, so we can get one more gold mine in. And I think the Workers' Hall is the way to go. We'll let that sit. You are headed in this direction. You can go there, and you're fine. Right. The other ritualist. Oh, I didn't give. Oh. Oh! Interesting. We gave the Ranger the Pegasus. You will step out. Do I need the gold or the alignment? Doesn't hurt. Spelljammer up there, that's on its own. You're here. You're fine. Yes. And you're waiting for him to explore that. Alright. And this is the final turn. So we'll go ahead and click end turn, and we'll go from there. Let's just make sure nothing happens over the end turn button. Nothing should happen, and we'll start with turn 130 next recording session. So we're gonna vassalize it. And we're gonna try to keep these two around. So what we'll do is assign all our vassals to defend each other and let them sit. So that both Sacrificial Gardens and Bridgedale can just keep sending armies at us, I think is the future. I will do the research now. Crushing Worth is nice. 2 demoralized. And get 3 skeletons with Unholy Champion. The 90% wreck their defense and cause them to be stunned. This is nice. I'm going to try Crushing Earth. Alright, so now we'll let this sit. Thank you very much for joining me. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Smash that bell. All that jazz. Even better, check out other videos and playthroughs I've done. Bestest, come on over and check me out when I stream live every Sunday through Friday, life permitting. Thank you very much for joining me. And until we see each other again, remember to be kind to one another. Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or even better, come on over to twitch.tv/SparkyTDK and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.